Aloha, this is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii, here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best trailer reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man, all the way here in Hawaii, not that you can tell from my silly apartment here, but I wanted to go ahead and go over the Doctor Strange trailer 2 that dropped during the Super Bowl. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I had to work, so I didn't see any of the commercials. I didn't see any of the trailers. I hear, well, I don't know. I hear it's spectacular, so I wanted to do a trailer review. I don't do too many of these. But you know, I spent all of Monday trying to avoid any spoilers for the trailer, and avoid watching it, so that I could go ahead and give you my honest reaction. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me see here. Okay, start it up here.
Every
Here
night,
we go.
I dream the same dream.
Okay, Doctor Strange opens his eyes. Okay.
The nightmare begins.
Okay, so he's having nightmares.
What I had to do.
Nightmares. Is this a hint towards the villain, Nightmare?
Perhaps strange.
Okay. So he sealed up the multiverse.
Between universes.
He's talking about No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Wanda.
From director Sam Raimi.
Viz had his theories.
Okay, so they don't remember Spider-Man, but he remembers casting the spell. He goes to Wanda for help. Okay, dangerous, yeah. Okay, we see Taj.
I'm sorry, Stephen.
Taj, well, the training for the sorcerers. Okay. Okay, Baron Mordo. Oh, Baron Mordo bringing the justice. Probably a variant, alternate dimension of Mordo. Oh. Patrick Stewart, Charles Xavier.
Just got out of hand.
We're bringing in some of the X-Men from a different reality. Doctor Strange.
Look out!
And the evil Doctor Strange.
Become a hero.
Okay, still not seeing
I become the enemy.
Wanda as the threat, still as a helper.
It doesn't seem fair.
Okay, so maybe she becomes the enemy during the show, but he goes to her for help. Okay. So who's that? Wow. May 6th. Man, I cannot wait. This looks crazy. Okay, so there we have it. Wow, that's a lot to digest. Really no super big reveals in this trailer other than Patrick Stewart. You know, and you know, we just hear his voice. We see a behind side profile of him. He possibly may not be playing Professor X, Charles Xavier, in the Fox X-Men. Gosh. So, you know, I'm sure this trailer is not going to show everything. They're going to leave a lot of surprises for the upcoming movie in May, on May 6th. It could be possible that, you know, Patrick Stewart, that voice is not Charles Xavier, but somebody else. If they do, a la, Quicksilver in WandaVision. But I think if they pull another thing like that, fans will definitely revolt. So I do not think they're going to go ahead and do that. So it must be Patrick Stewart playing Charles Xavier. Baron Mordo doesn't seem to be evil, and it definitely doesn't seem to be the Baron Mordo we had seen in Doctor Strange 1. So this could be a la Loki and the TDA, a variant of Baron Mordo from a different reality that is actually more benevolent and actually working maybe with in the comics, the Illuminati group of superheroes that pull the strings behind the other superheroes in the world. It was made up of Reed Richards, Charles Xavier, Doctor Strange, Namor, Iron Man. So possibly we'll see variants of these people. It's already been rumored that John Krasinski is possibly playing a variant, an alternate reality version of Reed Richards. If that's the case, then we may see him alongside Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier that we just saw in this clip. Maybe Baron Mordo is taking that position in whatever reality he came from on the Illuminati Council from Doctor Strange, seeing that possibly in his dimension, in his reality, Doctor Strange is evil, the evil variant that we had seen here at the end of the trailer, kind of looking like his self that was in the What If animated Disney series. Outside of that, gosh, I'm really not sure what's going to happen. It definitely looks like Doctor Strange comes to Wanda, Scarlet Witch, for help. So at first, it definitely doesn't appear that she's going to be evil, but I like how they reference, the Spider-Man No Way Home spell that he did, but it doesn't seem, again, having erased everyone, including himself's memory of Spider-Man, he may not have a, why did he do the spell per se, other than he did a spell and the multiverse opened up and then he had to close it. Forgetting the events of Spider-Man No Way Home and what had happened as far as why he did it for particularly Peter Parker. Maybe he'll make a reference to Spider-Man, saying, well, I was, doing something for Spider-Man, not knowing who he was, and opened up the multiverse by accident. And then in closing it, I didn't close it completely, apparently. Or maybe some other variants got through. Or since it had been opened, that means that other realities saw it, other variants had seen it, and now have opened it on their end. So, he may have closed Pandora's box on this side, but, somebody else can open a doorway from their dimension into this one, into this reality, this multiverse, thus causing it all over again. Thus, Strange has to go to help for Wanda, who does look benevolent. But unfortunately, it appears that the events of this film, whatever her and Strange face in this film, they come to the conclusion that she must make some grandiose sacrifice, it appears, that will ultimately brand her as evil, maybe destroying who she is and who she was that we know in our, dimension of the multiverse. Creating this new variant of Wanda as being more of an evil person, or at least perceived as evil, and maybe having a cause to the multiverse. This definitely looks like it's going to bring in the X-Men from some variant of the multiverse. Which version? There had been, again, rumors that Hugh Jackman had been in talks with Kevin Feige somewhere along the line. So it is quite possible we will see him. Maybe not totally renew his role as Wolverine, but possibly at least for this movie to, erase that part of the multiverse, that variant of Wolverine, the Hugh Jackman Wolverine, and then usher in a new Wolverine and the new X-Men. It is quite possible we'll see, the younger versions of the X-Men alongside some of the versions of, the Patrick Stewart older X-Men that from the original movies. All in this as a way to wrap it up and re-emerge them as totally new actors. Possibly even the Tom Cruise Iron Man might be on that Illuminati Council too, instead of, the RDJ Iron Man. So many possibilities, all of which could actually happen, and we could all see thanks to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This trailer's got me really excited. This looks really good for May 6th, and I can't wait for it. All right, so I give this trailer a shaka thumbs up. Those are just my thoughts, having seen it now, witnessed it with my own eyes. It's still not enough to perceive it. I'm definitely going to have to watch this again and again to try to pick out the trailers. I can't wait to see it on the big screen when I go see some newer movies, just to get a full, more glimpse of everything in it. It looks like Wong's in desperate peril as well. So maybe, I hate to say it, maybe this could be the end of Wong as we know it. Maybe he dies in this film. Who knows? I couldn't tell who that was coming out with multiple arms. That could have been Doctor Strange. That could have been the evil version of Doctor Strange. Perhaps it's Nightmare. Doctor Strange seems to be working with another woman. Was that Wanda? Her hair seemed blacker and she was wearing different clothes. Or could this be Cleo, eventually Doctor Strange's girlfriend, that we get, from the comics, finally making her appearance in the show. I couldn't quite tell once I watched the trailer again over and over, especially on the big screen where maybe I could see it better than my TV. I'll definitely come to a more solid conclusion on who that might be. But again, Sam Raimi looking like he's knocking it out of the park. The man who brought us the original 3 Spider-Man movies, is bringing it home after No Way Home to the multiverse and straightening things out. Hopefully, but this is all, wow, all interesting. All, you can tie it into so many things. WandaVision, into Loki and the TDA and Kang coming up eventually. So many things. This is going to be a very, very important movie. You could skip the Eternals and not worry about it for the MCU. But you definitely, for Phase 4, don't want to miss Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. From what we've seen from this trailer, it's going to be a game changer. All right. Mahalo and aloha.